All right, give me just a second. Make sure everything is running smoothly.
You want me to do it or do you want to do it?
You can ask questions. All
Cute.
right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to your round 7 elimination for Mission Room Limit. Just a reminder, you are at the final 9, and this is the first round for juries. So the player eliminated tonight will be the first player in the jury for this season. I'll pass it off to Kennedy for questions.
Hi, I've done the finger thing like 4 times. It's getting obnoxious at this point. So there's a couple ways I could go with questions, but before I jump into anything, I have to. Michael Davis, what happened? Just what happened?
I spent a bomb-ass music video and the judges hated it. I don't know what. I don't know. So what really happened was that we decided on a song like a day and a half after we were given the assignment. And then I sent my stuff, and I think Nathan sent his stuff, and Yoshi obviously filmed his stuff. And then at 9:16 p.m., Julian sent his stuff, and then at 11:19 p.m., Yoshi said, I'm at work and my boss is here, so I can't edit. So I said, I'll take my tipsy self and edit my own video of my clips. And that's what happened. And I got pretty good scores for what I submitted, so yeah.
All right. Does anybody who's in that room want to say anything about it, or? Perfect. All right. So how about people in the other room? Do you feel like your music video was necessarily strong, or do you feel like you got lucky? Did you kind of feel like you needed them to flop a little bit?
I mean, I can answer. I honestly didn't think our video was like super strong. I thought it was kind of mediocre a little bit. It wasn't like awful. And I really appreciate the job that Zachy did editing it. It was just, I don't think a lot of the stuff was like cohesive to me. And it's not that our video is bad. I think we all tried our hardest, but I am not gonna say I'm not happy that the other team didn't do well.
Oh, I saw one of you unmute. Did you have something you wanted to say, or did you just want to unmute?
Who are you talking about? Are you talking about me?
Unmuted.
I've been unmuted this whole time, girl.
Oh, I thought you just clicked the unmute button. Like you had the little thing and then it went away from me.
No.
All right, well, I'll ask.
Kennedy's just obsessed with you, Marvin.
What can I say? So going into the second phase of the game, we were able to talk about what room we were picking before we picked, and we also knew the color. So did that kind of affect anything? Were there plans? Did people just kind of randomly pick? Like how did that go? Yes, Marvin.
Me?
Yes.
Well, I thought I sent in my room, but I didn't. So I just got randomly put into the room that I got put in. So that's what happened. As always. So
does anyone who discussed what room they're gonna be? Does anyone want to touch on that?
I didn't talk to a single person. I just said, you know what, this sounds like fun.
All right. Is that kind of what everybody did?
No.
Do we want to elaborate, or do we just want to go with no?
I feel like there was a certain someone that said they were going to go to one room and then went to another, which I said this from the very beginning of this game. If you're going to lie about something as small as what room you're going to, when it's literally going to be given out to like everybody once it's made, like the decisions are made, like it just says a lot. Oh, I don't need to right now. But Marvin, technically you do fall into that category. No, I'm kidding.
My bad. I went to sleep right after that. Okay.
Yeah, you seem to sleep a lot.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Well, I think not that I can say anything from the VL or the Facebook or anything, but something that I think everyone who's been watching the series has some input on, some thoughts on. We have a player who rejoined the game and then was safe and then is now safe again and has made jury. Andrew, how does it feel to make jury?
I love default. Default is great. It's my favorite word. I'm gonna bake a cake and just put happy birthday default on it.
Happy birthday, default.
No, I mean, I'm happy to still be in the game somehow. And I do think that this round, I at least made a little bit of progress with some people in terms of actually playing and working with people, which is good.
Do you feel like
it's only been a month, so I should be in the game at some point. Yeah.
Do you feel like you're kind of at a significant disadvantage not being able to talk to people, or do you think you were kind of able to jump in and mesh in with the way of the game?
I mean, I was at a pretty significant disadvantage, but I think enough time has gone by that I've been able to at least start to claw my way back.
All right. I don't know if we want to give everyone questions because I don't really know what to ask. Questions are not my thing. We've hosted 3 seasons. I'm not the question asker. How about what are we feeling for the vote tonight? Obviously, I'm not saying what name. If you want to throw names, by all means, go ahead. This cast loves to throw names.
I was asked to self-vote, and I will not be doing that. So I have my random.org open, and I'll just be hitting that button.
Someone asked you to self-vote. Okay.
Yep.
You don't see that often. Do we feel like there are kind of sides to the house, or what's the dynamic? I know prod and hopefully players kind of know what's going on, but for people watching, we haven't done a ton of like inside scoop updates. So what's the dynamic in the house?
First of all, it's
Other
not a
than
house, it's a
silence.
spaceship.
Sorry, what's the dynamic of the ship? You spoke up, babe. Answer the question.
I think we're gonna find that out with this vote. That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Do we think this is kind of a set the tone kind of vote?
Guess we'll have to see.
I don't know.
I
I'm
think
not giving
it's-
anything.
All right.
What, Logan?
What was the question?
Do we think this vote is going to set the tone for the rest of the game?
I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
All right.
I guess we'll find out.
Well, I'm not going to push y'all, Zach. If you're ready, I'm ready.
I'll ask a question, and if I can think of another one during it, I'll ask another one. So I know y'all love raising hand questions. So for the 4 players that are not immune this round, so Julian, Michael, Nathan, and Yoshi, I want you to raise your hand if you feel like you might be getting votes tonight. Julian, your camera's not on, but
Oh, my camera on my laptop sucks, but just know that my hand is up.
okay. If any of you want to answer, why do you feel that way? Why don't you feel safe?
Because I got a vote last time by one of the other people that is not safe, and so I'd assume they're probably voting
Michael,
me.
you can just say my name. It's okay.
I mean, yeah. So I wasn't avoiding saying your name. I just so I was talking. But yes,
But like,
Julian.
did
Julian tried
Julian
to
not just say? Yeah. So I want to talk about that real quick. If that's like, Michael, if you're fine with me
You're
talking
fine.
about that.
No, you're fine. I'll do what you want.
Andrew, did you try to make a deal with Julian to idle out Michael last round?
No.
Andrew,
Hi.
have you told people that I fucked you over in the last game we played together?
Maybe. I
I mean,
did.
Because
You
yes
did.
or
So
no.
yes.
The
but
answer would
I-
be yes.
Because
Yeah.
in the last game we played together, you tried to push me and somebody else in against each other, round 1, and then we came together and voted you out because of it. So I did not fuck you over in the last game we played. You fucked yourself over in the last game we played. That's on you, bestie. Like, I don't know why there's a grudge between us. You did that to yourself. So I don't know why there's any grudge between us. That's all on you. Like, I don't know why that's fallen into this game for you, but because I've heard that you've been telling people I fucked you over in the last game, but I didn't. You fucked yourself over. You got caught. So
If
Speak
I
Speak your
did,
truth, baby.
what?
if I did say that, maybe it was before I was voted out the first time, because I don't recall this from today or from like the last 48
No,
hours.
it's probably not. It's probably not today. I believe it was from like with the round that Tim went. But so
Okay.
yeah.
It was a year ago, so I don't really remember the
Mhm.
specifics, but I remember you
Actually,
were one of
it was a year ago yesterday, for the record. Because that's the last time we messaged in PMs. But
okay.
yeah. So I didn't fuck you over in the last game we played. I just wanted that record straight. But
I mean, I'm good. I mean, Julian tried to throw my name out. Someone shut it down, so Julian went with Michael because what Michael and I are guessing is because that's what was supposed to happen last round when Julian played his idol. So I think it's pretty clear where I'm voting tonight.
All right. Before we get to the votes, I will say, as always, elimination is an open forum. If anybody has any last things they want to say before we vote, now would be the time to do so.
I remember a couple weeks ago, Zach dropped the link to the wiki, and I sent him a little screenshot, and I got this little thing called, I think it's the solar eclipse power, and that means that I can block somebody's vote. So Andrew, don't worry about going to your production chat to vote tonight.
All right. The solar eclipse has been activated, covering up Andrew's vote. Andrew, you will not have a vote tonight, meaning there will only be 8 votes. With that being said, everybody go cast your votes, bump your chats, whatever you need to do. You'll have until, let me look, 8:21 to do all that, and I will be back with the vote. Y'all are quiet today.
Can I say something? I don't know if we're allowed to talk during this.
Oh yeah, y'all can talk.
Michael, who is this other magical person that I was trying to get to vote you out? I don't even remember. I'm just curious who this other person was.
I don't even remember. I just know that you told somebody that I fucked you over in a game. It's been, like I said, the last round was like 3-4 days, and this was during the Tim round. So you told somebody that I fucked you over in the last game, and you were like begging them to vote me out in the revote. So
I wonder how many people he asked to vote you out in the revote, though.
I mean, probably not just the person that told me, but
Right.
It's fine.
All right. And
The
with
one thing I recall from that game was 10 minutes before that tribal that I was voted out at. We were on a call. Michael and I were on a call, and I felt genuinely bad because I thought he was going and everybody was voting him. And I told him to play Michael. That's what I recall, but that's fine.
Yeah. Well,
That's what-
I recall you pushing mine and Sean Dyra's name against each other.
Oh,
while
Sean's
you
name I
had-
pushed. Okay, now that you mentioned the name, because
Which is
I honestly
fine.
forgot he was playing. Sean's name, yeah, I pushed. I don't recall
Yeah,
pushing
well-
your name. You could be right, but I don't.
Yeah, you pushed both of our names to different people so that we would go against each other. And then we figured out that you were pushing both our names and said, fuck that, we're voting Andrew. And then like the over 30 alliance that you had all voted you out. So yeah.
All right. And with that, the votes are locked. If anybody has any advantages they would like to play, now would be the time to do so. All right. And with that, I will get to the votes. As always, let me make sure it's dark enough so you can see that everybody can see this.
Yes.
Okay. Then we will get to it. First vote, Michael. Second vote, Julian. Third vote, Julian. Fourth vote, Julian. Fifth vote, Michael. Sixth vote, Michael. That's 3 votes, Michael. 3 votes, Julian. Seventh vote, Julian. Eighth vote, and the first member of our jury, Julian. Julian, thank you so much for playing this season. You will have a decision on who will win this game. If you have any final words, now is the time to say them.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you to production for casting me in the first place. No hard feelings to anyone. Game is game. I get it. Congrats to Nathan, Marvin, and Michael on your final 3, and I'll see everyone else in the jury shortly. Bye.
Julian, nothing but love. Nothing but love.
Okay,
It was a good play.
so I have something to say.
I can't wait for all the hate that's coming on my post.
And if
So-
anybody does it, I will be there to shut it down. because it's not a
who's going around saying all this shit that apparently there's an alliance with me, Nathan, Michael, and Yoshi? Because that's complete bullshit. There's no alliance, and I can guarantee you the one person that's saying that is the person that's not here, Zaki. Am I right or am I wrong? Exactly. Point made. You can go ahead and try to listen to Zaki, but Zaki is playing the middle so fucking hard and trying to pin all of us against each other. So, yeah.
Are we still live?
Yes, we are still
No, we
live.
are.
I do have announcements to make. But if y'all want to say anything
course
before I
you
get
do.
to those.
Oh, I can't wait. Tattoo subjects is totally gonna be next. This is gonna be so much fun.
Okay.
Yep. It is.
So I will get to it. I will be announcing the color of the next room. This room color is red. Yes, it is red. One player took the auto nomination punishment for a red room. That player is Yoshi. Here is how that's going to work. Yoshi will still choose a room and will still compete in the competition. If Yoshi does not place last in that competition, there will be 3 players up for elimination this round. If Yoshi does place last, there will only be 2. And that's all. If anybody wants to say anything else before we go off live,